Hey guys, welcome back with another YouTube channel on analysis. As you can see, we are looking at US100 now. I did map out and actually lay in the zones on the weekly time frame, but now we're just gonna just zoom in on NASDAQ to just kind of get like a really closer view on the daily to see on how things can actually progress as is moving forward. So. To zoom out now, you are viewing and seeing NASDAQ on a bearish trend. So because I say we are on a bearish trend, I just take out my pathway. You can see from this low area right here to the highest point here to this area of a retest and to another resistance. We're breaking this support, which is actually right here. We are expected to actually hitting this area right here, where you can see previous resistance, support being consistently tested on the weekly time frame. So if I just actually take out my rectangular highlighter right here, this is our next entry. Well, not entry, but our next zone of demand, where we could see price rejecting the zone, moving and then doing a retest as is, and potentially actually pushing back up. So, because of fundamentally, because there are tariff wars actually being implemented now, as is between the States and different other countries, we could potentially be seeing a little bit of volatility actually creeping in within this week. So 2nd of April will be initial kickoff where the tariff rates will be in full effect, and we'll start to see a little bit of fluctuation within the markets and actually seeing volatility come in. So now, seeing that I highlighted this one as well to just explain as is a resistance. Um, Resistance as well to around this area. Price came broke through this resistance, created support and pushed up. Then we saw another support area around this level right here. So now, as is, when we zoom onto the daily, we did see a retest along this area right here, which was a strong zone in highlighting on the weekly time frame. So, but now that we're on the daily, we're just going to be seeing on how things are actually going to operate. And I do think we will actually push straight down up until this level as is until the 2nd of April. And then we'll possibly see some kind of like maybe some consolidation actually holding up here. If not so, we'll see maybe a breakthrough within this level. But this is a very key level to actually take in consideration moving forward. So yeah, that's how I am seeing on how things are actually going to be moving about with NASDAQ. So for US30, US30 is well too. We are currently also now seeing, as if we just zoom out on the weekly, we are seeing, let me check from this low, actually on the pullback. Resistance, support, resistance. So we'll possibly see push coming straight to this area right here. There is a little bit of resistance and support around this area, which I'm seeing here. So resistance, price broke through, managed to retest around this area right here and push straight back up, and then you saw a retest within this level as well too. So It's not necessarily highlighting so much of an area that could possibly be um, an area of rejection, but it is an area just to take into consideration based on quite a lot of candlesticks just kind of like retesting around the zone here. So what we could possibly be expecting as is, I do feel as if like the Dow Jones will eventually reach 37,821 a share. So when we zoom in onto the daily, if we actually zoom out, place in our areas. I'm just going to delete this because on the way there. So I'm just going to be placing some areas where we are seeing rejection. Where we saw rejection. Actually, so yeah, as you see, price came through and rejected this area, just actually passed by through in the neck. As you can see, including a retest, and then we could be potentially actually reaching this level right here as the next target as is. So moving forward, we could maybe be seeing just a candlestick breaking through these daily zones and then reaching this level here. And what could possibly happen is that now, because this area is information, so we test around here until we reach this level, and then we probably get retest around this level until we break to the lowest area, which is around here. So yeah, that's how I'm kind of just seeing it for US30. Is that you just have to kind of just wait for a possible retest for it to really just give us proper structure in price actually pushing down and reaching this level and coming back and retracing this area and then shooting straight down, or possibly maybe coming through and actually reaching 41,736. But we'll see on how things actually play out. We're just keeping an eye out on how things actually operate from the 4 hour to 1 hour time frame, and seeing how the candlesticks actually formulate within this area, as is given these two exact areas. But I'm pretty much sure there'll be a rejection along this area because there was a support level around here. So probably new support will be reached here, and then resistance, and then a straight push to the downside. And then XRPUSD, finally, we are seeing a bit of like momentum push down. It's been a little choppy. I was expecting it actually to push down and break this neck as it's coming down to maybe this level here, which is $1.56. But it seems like it's probably going to do this as is during this week. So we could possibly see also push down with UXRP and seeing a sell-off. So yeah, as is kind of just I was seeing a bit of a pattern with the head and shoulders formation. which I'll just show now. And yeah, so yeah, we're going to be possibly seeing just like a little breakthrough as the candlesticks actually just culminating on the daily. So we'll just have to wait for closure to actually play off. But I'll have to kind of just see based off the 2nd of April just to see how things actually play off. If we actually do get a complete breakthrough within that zone, because you can see that there's a lot of candlesticks that kind of just like tap in through the wicks, and then this will be a bearish candlestick and then a bullish candlestick to actually close above, as this is creating a fake out. Then the wick rejects, another wick, a wick, and then the bearish candlestick closes just below and then creates another fake out where bullish candlesticks comes about. So if we see maybe two after this daily candlestick that's right here, we see another daily candlestick close maybe like below this area, then we're pretty much sure about as in the sense that this target will actually be the zone as is. But we'll probably need maybe two to three bullish bearish candlesticks to actually get confirmation in seeing this break in support of the neck of the head and shoulders to actually give them confirmation on how things are actually going about with XRP. So yeah, that's just my take on how things are actually looking about like in the markets. I hope this was kind of just as insightful for anybody that's actually looking forward into the weekend trading. And yeah, please do like, share, comment if in the comment section if you can. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Have a productive week. Thank you.